Yeah. Evening, guys. How's things? I am having a difficult evening. Seems to be the story of my week. Hello, Two Scoops. Hello, Halo. Hello, 1337900053. Evening, Volcar. Evening, Stuart. Mouth is doing much better, thanks for asking. Tonight, what's doing my head in is my kids. I thought I'd take a break from the Terminators. I'm still enjoying doing the Terminators, but I've been doing them for like the last 5, 6, 7 streams. I don't know how many streams it's been. A lot of streams. So I thought I'd just switch things up tonight. I wanted to get going like an hour ago, but my kids are still not asleep, so I'm losing my mind here a little bit with the kids. So expect my stream to be interrupted. It'll be a miracle if they do not interrupt me. Whew. Good afternoon, Smash Captain. It's been a while. How on earth are you? What's everyone's opinion on the previews? The Votan looked cool. More Ultramarines, was it? How am I finding my chair after some months using it? Yeah, I love it. I recommend it. I would buy one. It was expensive, but sometimes in this life you sort of have to pay, you get what you pay for, really. If you buy something cheap, you end up having to buy it again, right? Are you using Death Company on foot? No, nobody's using Death Company on foot, dude. They suck. I mean, I literally don't know anyone that's using Death Company on foot. I'd much rather just have regular intercessors. I mean, I think they're cheaper and they're better, right? Wordsmith Adam loves the new Tau. Yeah, it's a Death Company coloured impulsor because I already have 2 red ones. And usually when I have 2 red ones, I then end up doing something different for the 3rd one. I did that with my Dreadnoughts as well. I had 2 red Redemptor Dreadnoughts. So the 3rd Redemptor Dreadnought I just painted in Death Company colours. I actually took it to a tournament and someone was like, oh cool, what are the rules for the Death Company Redemptor? I was like, there is no rules for Death Company Redemptor. I was just bored of... I just didn't want to paint a 3rd one red, right? So this is why this one's black. Ironically, with one of my impulsors I commissioned it as well. It's just having 3 of the exact same with the exact same colour scheme. And yeah, it's a pain in the arse, edge highlighting, and you can obviously see I'm not good at edge highlighting, so I'll have to go back and clean it all up afterwards, but it'll be interesting. Smash Captain, thank you so much for becoming a channel member. I thought you were a member before, but maybe it lapsed. I appreciate it nonetheless. Make sure you join on the Discord, you know? Becoming a member on YouTube or in Patreon are the best way to support the channel, and I do really appreciate it. Death Company still win Rule of Cool. Yeah, I mean, Death Company are still cool. I think Lamarta's plus 10 Death Company have made a considerable comeback. Like, they're very common in competitive play now. Which is nice, because I think you need at least one Death Company unit to be competitive. It sucks if they're all uncompetitive, right? Yeah, I was convinced you remember before. Well, thank you for resubbing, I appreciate it. Someone just glanced at the stream I was watching and was like, who's the BA commander? It's me, I'm the BA commander. Why? I typically don't like painting my vehicles Death Company colours either, because, like I said, it adds a lot of edge highlighting to have to do. But oh well. It'll look good when it's done. I did a squad of Outriders in black, and I really like them. The Bacon Commander. Ah, right. Do you know what, that could have been a cooler name. I do like bacon. A lot. Like, I would eat bacon for every meal of the day. I like it for breakfast. I like it for lunch. I would even eat it for dinner. That might have been a cooler name. Bacon Commander. I mean, maybe we could still make that a thing. The Bacon Commander strikes again. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only bacon. Does that work? Everybody likes bacon, yeah, I guess. Can you load a squad into 2 impulsors? No. Second, why do you have the back of your impulsor open? Because it's supposed to be open for people to stand in. It's got a firing deck, man. It's supposed to be open. What do you mean, why is it open? Smash Captain, $4.99 super chat. Thanks so much, dude. How would you feel if we got rid of the Oath like the Templars? Say we got LEG for a faction bonus. I think that would be great, man. I think that Oath the Moment, maybe, like, let's, for 11th edition, I assume you're talking about, let's get rid of Oath the Moment for Blood Angels, and let's get, especially now that Sangre Guard hit on 2s, and Death Company reroll hits, like, let's get rid of Oath of Moment, and let's just have the, like, Liberator Assault Group rules, like, +1 attack, +2 strength. Let's have that as, like, our chapter, like, let's have that as our Oath the Moment equivalent, right? I think that's what you were alluding to. Yeah, I think that would be great. And then it would take the other detachments, which we kind of hate because we all think they suck, like, you know, Lost Brethren, no one really plays it. Angelic Host, no one really plays it. It would mean that those detachments might get some play, because the reason you don't play those detachments is because your units don't really hit. They don't do enough damage in melee, right? So if they change that, the way that like they removed Oath of Moment and gave us the +2 attack, sorry, +2 strength, +1 attack to every detachment, I think that would be much more. I think people would. I think Blood Angels players would prefer that. I feel like I certainly would. What I'm having fun with at the moment, Hellblasters. They're probably the unit that I'm having the most fun with. I can't believe it's taken me this long to get into Hellblasters. Hellblasters and Apothecary, I fucking love them. I play Angelic Inheritors at the moment. I think they're really good Inheritors. But thank you so much, Smash Captain, for the $4.99. It's like you missed a month of subscription, you came back, and now you've just made up for it with a super chat. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Daniel says, with your impulsors, do you just build them up as gladiators and then drop the convertible top? I'm thinking of doing something like that. Yeah, I've got a couple that are built like that, Daniel. Because I don't know if the top would be convertible, and it probably would be. Work on this one was. Like, I've got a top bit here. So this isn't one of this was actually just an impulsor kit, but my Gladiator Lancer kits, the top bits are like, they're not glued on, so you can just lift them off. But this kit was actually an impulsor, but you know, there's a top bit from one of them. So yeah, you can definitely if you want impulsors, you can definitely just buy gladiators and choose not to glue. They push fit pretty good. It's not like they have to have glue there all the time, I feel like. How do you run the Hellblasters? With an Apothecary, so that you get to shoot on death and then you get to come back to life. And in Angelic Inheritors, you get to reroll hits and wounds because the Apothecary is leading the unit. So yeah, I'm quite a big fan of Hellblasters at the moment, I must admit. Probably a bigger fan than I expected to be. Lieutenant does help. I've run them with Lieutenant before. I think when I was running them with Ultramarines, I was running 10 with the Lieutenant. But when I've been running the 5-man in Inheritors, I've been running them with the Apothecary. So you can probably do either. You can probably choose. I don't think either choice is necessarily wrong. But I mean, the thing about Hellblasters is they're probably going to die. Or like some of them are going to die. So having the Apothecary to bring some of them back to life, I feel like for 50 points he sometimes gets insane value. Like I've had games where that Apothecary's rezzed like 4 or 5 Hellblasters. I mean, Hellblasters are like 22, 23 points per model, so if he gets to res, like, even if he reses 2, he's almost made his points back. If he reses more than 2, you're laughing almost, right? What's my favourite Dorito flavour? Random question, Jason, but nice to see you nonetheless, Jason. I mean, I probably usually buy tangy cheese. I don't know if in UK we get as many Dorito like I know in America there's probably 1,000 Dorito flavours. I feel like in the UK there's probably only like 10 flavours, maybe even less. The cheese ones are a pretty safe bet. I mean, I like Cool Original as well. I think everybody... But I mean, I think if you get Cool Original, you need like salsa or something for them, right? I like 10 with both the Lieutenant and the Apothecary. Do I use a transport? Yeah, both squads of Hellblasters I have in Impulsors. Because they can shoot from the Impulsor. And that gives you 10 Strength 8, AP 3, 2 damage shots from the Impulsor. I played yesterday, got absolutely hooked by Eldar. We laid out the train badly, nowhere near enough cover. Dude, if you want to level up your 40k, you need to be using like tournament maps with tournament terrain layout. Like, you can't just wing it. You can't just be like, this is the terrain we're playing. You need to be looking up, like, if you're in the UK, probably UKTC, or you could use the Games Workshop terrain. It's not too bad either. But you should 100% be trying to use proper tournament layouts. Don't just rock up and place the terrain. Like, follow a terrain guide. The game's balanced for the terrain that's in those guides, so you kind of need to be using it. I mean, Eldar are a tricky army to beat anyway, and if you know, Blood Angels struggle into Eldar even with the right terrain setup, so... Cool Ranch is Cool Original in the UK? I have no idea. I don't think we get Cool Ranch in the UK. There's 1,007 more Dorito flavors in America. I believe it. Like in the UK, we get literally one flavor of Mountain Dew, which is like the standard Mountain Dew flavor. I was in a not convenience store, like a Walmart in America. I took a picture of like the soda aisle. Like, we usually call it fizzy drinks. You guys call it soda. Because there was like 15 flavors of Mountain Dew, like cool raspberry and blueberry and all this shit, and I was like, we literally get one flavor of Mountain Dew here. And it's just the default flavor, the green flavor, whatever flavor that is. I'm just going to call it default because I actually don't know what it's called. What is the default flavor? It's like citrus or something, right? I do love Mountain Dew, actually. I just don't drink it very much because I think it's notoriously bad for you, right? It's lemon and lime, is it? Okay, I said citrus, I was close. I wouldn't have thought it was lemon and lime, because I think lemon of lime is like 7-Up or Sprite, you know? That's what I think of as lemon and lime. Trevor says, hello all, I lucked out and got the Crux Terminatus box today. I'm really hoping that the Assault Terminators get a datasheet soon so I have an excuse to paint them sooner. Dude, just paint them. They'll get a datasheet at some point. I mean, I'd be really surprised if their rules stink as bad as they do right now in 11th edition. I'm sure they're going to update them. Surely to God. Because the rules stink. I think everybody knows the rules stink. Nobody runs them. Like, surely to God they're getting new rules. I always, like, if I'm going to a tournament, I'm probably trying to paint units or armies to take to a tournament, but if I'm not going to a tournament, or if we've got downtime, I always think it's worth painting models, even if they're not competitive. Because when that day comes, when suddenly they get that new data sheet and you've already got them painted and ready, then it's like a real feel-good feeling where you're like, oh shit, I already got that unit ready. And now they're the bomb. Ready to go, you know? Hello, Jim. It's radiated lemon and lime. Oh, geez, we've We've got some serious Mountain Dew connoisseurs in the chat. Maybe they'll have Terminator Thunderhammers with 3 damage. That would be nice, wouldn't it? It's so stupid that they went to 2 damage, especially when they take the hit to weapon skill as well. You know, like, I feel like they could have easily stayed 3 damage because they took the hit to weapon skill. Weapon skill 4 is just so bad. If you watched my tactics video this week, I saw a really interesting comment actually about a Death Guard player. And what he's doing is when he knows his Death Guard units are going to get charged, he heroically he rapid ingresses a squad of Nurglings and tries to make the heroic intervention with the Nurglings, because the Nurglings do like -1 to hit in melee combat. So the idea is that, like, if you're going to charge his Death Shroud or something, he's going to try and heroic in, or rapid ingress and then heroic in a squad of Nurglings, just to make it really, really difficult for you to kill the Death Shroud. I thought that was actually genius. Blood Angels and Space Marines could use more damage 3. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a reason why, there's probably a reason why a lot of people play Inceptors, right? Well, and also like Vindicator tanks, like people just, we need weapons that do multiple damage, so people gravitate to things that can fill that role. It makes sense. Evening, Mike. Did I say hello to you? Sorry. How do I get a smooth, solid coat on a vehicle, says Daniel. Lots of thin coats, Daniel. Multiple thin coats of the same colour. I mean, yeah, I would have probably sprayed this tank black to begin with, but if I'm doing a red tank, it would just be multiple coats of the same red, thin coats. There used to be a thing where you basically, used to be like a running thing where it was like the idea behind painting Warhammer models was always 2 thin coats of every colour. Eternal Crusader says, guess what I'm building? A Warhound Titan. Commander Dante, I don't know, Eternal Crusader, what are you building? Are you going to get the new Terminators? No, but that's just because I've got 20 Assault Terminators and 20 Bolter Terminators of the old variant. I mean, they're on the right size bases, they're the same models, they have the same weapon options, right? Like, I like the look of the new Terminators, I think they do look cool. I've got a couple of them that I'm painting at the moment, actually. Like, I like the scale of them, you know, like I've got one right here. So here's a new one, here's an old one, the old ones are obviously smaller. Oh, I forgot to turn on autofocus. Autofocus, continuous. So here's a new one, here's an old one. So the old ones are obviously smaller, but I've got 3 squads of these smaller ones and 1 squad of the new ones. So I'm not gonna replace 15 models that I feel like there's nothing wrong with. I mean, I did the same with my Sangre Guard. I've got 30 Sangre Guard of the old variety. I'm not replacing all 30. I'm not a sadist. I rebased like 12 or something because I don't typically ever run more than 12. I could rebase the other ones as well, I guess. But yeah, I'm not in any rush to replace models that are perfectly good and have the, you know, they're still good enough size-wise. They're on the right base size. I'm not replacing models just for the sake of it. So I guess the answer is no. Have I tried the aggressors since they're 100 points for 3? No. But I mean, do I feel like they could be viable at 100 points for 3? Sure. I mean, I've used aggressors earlier this edition. They're not the worst thing in the world. I think when I was using them, they probably were about 100 points for 3. Because I was using them before the Blood Angels Codex released. Like, I was using them in Gladius. I thought they were viable enough. Like, they're fun. If anything, I kind of like having the out of print stuff. Yeah, I mean, your army has a bit of pizzazz, I think, if you've got the old models. Like, there's not too much. I don't have too much against the new models, especially the new Terminators. I do like them, but I just, you know, how much is it going to cost me to replace 35 Terminators? I mean, it's 50 quid for 5, right? So it cost me like £350, give or take. And then how much time to repaint them all and remake them all. So, if the old ones are still perfectly fine and they look good, which I think they do look good enough, then I guess I'm not going to spend $500 and a lot of my time for no reason, right? Yeah, there is an argument as well, Jason, saying that, like, originally a lot of people thought that the new Assault Terminators were going to be in the 11th edition box set. So if the 11th edition box set isn't Terminators, then what's actually going to be in the 11th edition box set? It's a good question, isn't it? Because I think that was the big rumour, that everybody thought 11th edition box set Assault Terminators. I honestly thought it was going to be Assault Terminators plus Vanguard Veterans, and maybe like one other Firstborn squad that they're trying to Legends, because that's usually how it goes, right? Like the new box set, they'd be able to use it to Legends out a couple more Firstborn units. Let me stick my head in to my son's room for 2 seconds, because before I came on stream I'd pretty much given up on him because he was not going to sleep. It's quiet, so I'm hoping he has just gone to sleep. But he's only 3, so I'm going to check on him real quick. 1 sec. We do bedtime at 7:30. It's 9:45, and one kid is still awake. They're driving me wild tonight. Have kids, they said. It will be fun, they said. I hate begging with them as well. Like, please go to sleep. Please keep your eyes closed. I feel like such an idiot. Ugh. Metal Vesper. Hello, Blood Angels Commander. Are you still enjoying the Sangri Priest Assault Intercessor combo? Just bought an Army Priest, so I'm going to stick him in my next list. I have not used him, dude. Because I think my problem with the Sangri Priest is, how do you deliver him? Like, do you just run him across the battlefield? I don't really like units that don't go in an impulsor, don't have a jump pack. I mean, it's my personal preference that I feel like my units need to have one of those two things. I mean, I suppose you could argue, well, why don't you put your Sangri Priest inside a Land Raider? But, I mean, I'm not running a Land Raider right now. I suppose that could be an option. Just, I feel like Land Raiders are a little bit of a liability. Because they're... You ever seen that movie, Black Hawk Down? And they're like, come on, let's get out of here, we're fucking bullet magnet. That's what Land Raider is a bullet magnet. And sometimes, if your opponent can't blow it up, then you're good, but if they've got a lot of really high AP stuff, or you're playing Necrons or some nonsense, then they just see it and they just blow it up, and it's like, okay. So I don't know how you deliver Assault Intercessors with Priests. If you can figure that out, I think it can be a good unit. I just personally don't know how you deliver it. So I don't run it. I often do tactics videos about things I don't run, because try and get just try and get a full picture of everything, right? Emperor's Children kill a Land Raider on turn 1. Yeah, I mean, I played against Knights a couple of times, and they just hit it with their AP5 Castellan, and it's like, it's gone turn 1. And then, actually, before the tournament I went to, I think that I actually ended up winning, like, so the only GT I've ever won. The list that I had built, like, a month before the tournament had 2 Land Raiders in it. And then I played Knights in a practice game, and like I said, one turn the Knight blew up one Land Raider, the next turn it blew up another Land Raider, and I was like, oh my god, I gotta rethink my list. Because Land Raiders just get annihilated by Knights, and they're so difficult to hide from the Knights as well. So it was almost a good thing that I had that practice game, because it made me drop the Land Raiders, and since then I guess I've just not gone back to Land Raiders, because I'm like, I don't really know how you use them against certain armies that just have crap loads of shooting. No, I never tried it out, I just did the maths on it, dude. I mean, the maths look convincing, but my issue is that they only move 6 inches. So if you can figure out how you get them into combat in the mid-board without half the unit getting shot off the table, then I think the math for the Sangri Priest plus Assault Intercessors looks pretty convincing. I don't know how you get them to where you need them to be. You know, like, you get Jump Intercessors to where they need to be because they move 12 inches, then they can advance, and then they can charge, right? So it's a tough one. I like the tournament list that had a Lieutenant, Sangri Priest plus Assault Intercessors. I feel like the strategy was to have enough fast units to screen, and then they just walk their way up the board. Yeah, I mean, I think the idea was that you just had enough other stuff that was causing threats, so people, and also maybe people are like Assault Intercessors, that's not such a big threat, let me not waste my shooting on it. I mean, that could have been a thing as well. But yeah, I mean, their math looks solid enough. So if you can persevere and figure out a way to get your assault intercessors, you know, if you can figure out the problem with their crappy movement, then I think you've got a good unit. You know, someone said drop pod. I think the new drop pods are hard to play because they're such big bases, right? I mean, you could do the repulsor. The repulsor probably makes the most sense, maybe. I mean, personally, I'd probably want to try them with the Land Raider, but I'm just not running Land Raiders right now. I don't think I can be convinced to go back to Land Raiders. Evening, Marius. How you doing? You stoked for the new Ultramarines? What are your thoughts? You must be very happy with the reveal show, are you? I was up last night for that shit show, great reveals done by amateurs. There was like, I tried to watch a little bit of the stream and there was like big sound problems or something. Was there Eternal Crusader? Like it was like, I didn't watch it live because it was at like 3 AM UK time. But when I put on the replay, it was like, the first couple of hours, or maybe not hours, the first half an hour, it just felt like there was no sound to the stream and I was like, what is going on? But like, how could they do half the show with no sound? Like, just stop. Just put up an image that says we're having technical difficulties and fix the sound. It started at 12:30. Okay, so I was awake, but I was playing Battlefield 6, Mike. I'm very much loving Battlefield 6. I haven't done the campaign or anything, I've just done the multiplayer. There was 15 minutes of technical issues. The thing is, they stream from like different locations around the world. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like they could, it shouldn't be that difficult to fix, honestly. Maybe I could get a job fixing their stream issues. Oh, Blood Angels, I have given that Audible recommendation a go. I'm currently halfway through. Dante helps through the night shift. It flies by. No problem, dude. I hope you managed to get the deal for the 3 books for like $1 a book, man. Because that's why I was pimping it out. I love it when they do those 3 books for $1. I literally always resubscribe for my 3 months and then cancel straight away. Like, I'm a terrible customer for Audible because I literally never pay full price. I always sign up for their really good deals and then cancel it before it ends. So I don't know why they keep offering me those really good deals, but they do, because I know that, like, I will always remember to cancel it. I'm a cheapskate. But if you got it for the 99 cents, I'm super chuffed for you, because at 99 cents, I mean, you can't even get a cup of coffee for 99 cents these days. Coffee out is actually getting ridiculous, isn't it? I think Audible is living off the gym membership idea. Yeah, that people sign up and forget to cancel. I think so. Because those 99p sign-ups, they're making a loss on those. Because the reason that I pimp it is because I get like $3 per sign-up. So you guys pay $1, get 3 books. The channel gets like $3. So they're technically losing they're technically giving away a book and losing $2 for every sign-up or something. It's crazy. I don't know how they do it. But, I mean, Amazon have more money than God, so I'm not worried about that, right? 2 coffees is 12 quid. Dude, and I live in the north of Scotland, and like a Frappuccino in Starbucks now is like so close to, I think it was like $6.95. I don't buy Starbucks ever. I was only in Starbucks because my boss wanted to go to Starbucks, and like we were basically in the middle of a meeting, and he was like, I wanted to get coffee, and I was like, sure. He's like, will you walk to Starbucks with me so we can keep, so we can keep talking about this meeting? And I was like, sure. And I think when we got to Starbucks, my boss would have bought me a Starbucks, but I was like looking at the cost of the menu, and I was like, £7 now for a Frappuccino. Like, how long before a cup of coffee is £10? That's fucking crazy, man. Hello, Boris. $4.50 for a regular coffee. Yeah, I drink black coffee now, and I buy it in a jar that costs $2, and it lasts like a month. All I need to do is boil the kettle. In the morning, I fill up a tumbler and go to my work with a tumbler full of coffee granules, and I just boil the kettle at work. Like, coffee is literally daylight robbery. I mean, I get it. Starbucks is nice. It's probably nicer coffee than what I would make at home, but like, I'm just not willing to spend that much money on a cup of coffee, honestly. Eternal Crusader said somebody got fired. Hopefully nobody got fired for the gym, for the technical difficulties. Hopefully it was something that, like, I can't imagine what it would be, because everything, like on my stream, I can test everything before I go live, right? I can test the camera, I can test the sound, I can test the music. Like, there's no part of my stream that I cannot test before I go live. So I don't understand. Like, the only thing that could fuck up my stream is if my microphone ran out of battery. But in that situation, I would just use my backup microphone. It doesn't sound quite as good, but you know, it's a microphone that doesn't need a battery. So I just switch to that one, and yeah, the microphone wouldn't be as good. But like, I can't imagine what those technical, like, no sound is like, doesn't make any sense. A Death Company Impulsor. That's what it's supposed to be. Or that's what it will be in another 50 hours, because I'm the slowest painter known to man. If there was a award in the Guinness Book of Records for the world's slowest painter, Blood Angels painter, I would win the award. Sometimes I still... Yeah, well, do you know what? I do like to check that people can hear me, Mike, because I have started a stream and talked for 5 minutes, and then people have been like, John, we can't hear you. And I guess if they're streaming over Wi-Fi, yeah. It's like when you go to the airport, you know? I took my kids to Disneyland this summer, or I say yeah, I think the one in Paris is called Disneyland. I think the one in Florida is called Disney World, right? So we went to Disneyland in Paris, and like in the airport for breakfast, we had like a few croissants, like a slice of cake or something, and a few coffees. And it was honestly $50, and everybody was still hungry afterwards. The world's just, it's gone crazy. Tom says, I recently went to the King of Colosseum tournament as my first event and came 5th out of 18 with Blood Angels. Next Saturday I have my 1500 point tournament. I just want to thank you for all the videos over the year. Tom, I just want to thank you for watching for over the years, you know? Like, I think if people didn't watch, I would be, well, I wouldn't be doing it. Like, there would be nothing for me. Like, if no one was watching, I wouldn't be here. So thanks for watching, Tom, and thanks for the nice message. I appreciate it. Good luck on your 1500 point event. I think you can do one better and come 4th. I mean, that's a big ask, especially for your first 1500 point event. But the power of positive thinking, that's the thing. You know, if you go into something with a negative attitude, you come out with a negative result. Hello VT, good evening. "14 months of membership." Hello Izzy, I'm currently building Age of Sigmar models today. Do you know what, Izzy? I have Age of Sigmar models in my loft that I've had for like 8 years now, and I've not even gotten them off sprue. I bought the Soul War set, I believe it was called, like the 2nd edition of Age of Sigmar. God, this was ages ago now. And I bought 2 Battle Forces as well. So I have a whole Age of Sigmar, like I've got, I mean, the rulebook I'll have is a whole edition out of date by now. But I've got it. I had best of intentions. But I've just been too busy with 40k. I've got an RTT tomorrow. I tweet my list from the one Battlefield Birmingham after your video on Friday, trying it without the Sanguiner. Well, good luck at your RTT tomorrow. It takes me over an hour to highlight the gold in a single Sangre Guard. Yeah, I could get more done, Mike, if I didn't make YouTube videos, but I guess I'm like, it's a double-edged sword. Like, I love having the channel. I love having the community that we have around the channel. And like, the channel does make me some, like, not beer money, but like makes me an income. So like, I love having it, but like, it does impact my ability to paint of an evening. You know, like when I didn't have the channel, I didn't make as much. I didn't make any content, so I could just paint and paint and paint. So I used to paint a lot faster. Or I used to paint a lot more regularly. Faster and more regularly when I didn't have the channel. What I really need to do is win the lottery, you know? Like if I won the lottery and didn't have to go to my day job, then I could paint and paint and paint and then do the channel in the evenings and life would be rosy. But unfortunately, there's bills to pay. Like £10 coffees, apparently, is what we need to pay. You gotta stay positive no matter what. Yeah, I really think sometimes the power of positive thinking can really help you in 40k. I mean, sometimes it can be your undoing, but I think positive thinking, especially in tournament settings, can definitely be a powerful thing. And I would lean into it if you can. You know, like I might go to a tournament, like a 2-day event, and just be like, in my head, like, I really want to come away from day one and just win all my games. Like, really, really, really just want to win all my games on day one. Because I feel like if you win all your games on day one, then you just need that first win on day two, and then anything can happen. Or if it's like a 5-game event, you literally just need one win on day two, and you've got like a top 5 chance. Hey Commodore, thanks again for sending me that list. I'm probably going to cover it on the channel this week. I got 2 channel members sent me like tournament winning Angelic Inheritors lists this week. And I've been looking for some tournament winning Angelic Inheritors lists because I don't think I've really covered them much on the channel. So hopefully this week we're going to be able to cover like 2 Angelic Inheritor tournament winning lists. So that's going to be nice. And it's going to be changed because it feels like I always cover the Liberator Assault winning lists, but maybe not so much the Inheritors lists, right? And I mean, I'm playing Inheritors. I like Inheritors. I mean, I like Liberator Assault Group as well, but I feel like Inheritors for me has been a bit of a... Well, I was annoyed probably that the other 2 detachments in the book are just not very good, right? Like, Angelic Host is not very good. Lost Brethren, I feel like, is definitely not very good. Yeah, I mean, I must admit I edit my YouTube videos a lot less these days, but I think it's because I have 5 years of speaking to the camera now. Because my channel is a little 5 years, 3 months or something. Because it's, yeah, August 2020 was when I started. So I guess I've got enough experience speaking and I know my subject matter well enough where I don't feel like I need to do tons and tons of editing. But in the original days of YouTube, my videos were a lot more stop-start. Hello Klein, how are you? And I think that just comes from experience. Might also come from the fact that I've got 2 kids, so finding the time to highly edit a YouTube video is much more tricky than when when I started the channel I only had 1 kid and she was like 6 months old, so she just slept all the time. I don't have that luxury anymore. Yeah, a lot of edges on an impulsor, huh? I've been putting this one off for fucking ages, man. So it'll be good to, probably quite good to get to a point where I feel happy with this impulsor. How do I feel about Terminators and Liberator Assault Group and Angelic Inheritors? Asked Josh. How would you build the 10 Assault Terminators from the Crux box? I mean, I'd probably build 5 of each. But how I feel about them right now is the rules suck. Like I think Assault Terminators need a refresh in terms of the rules. Like they're not competitive unit. They're a long way from being a competitive unit. They need completely reworked. It's probably not what you're going to want to hear if you just bought the Crux Terminatus box, but like I just wouldn't run them at the moment. The Thunder Hammers don't do enough damage. The Lightning Claws don't have enough attacks. Like, they're both pretty bad for the points you pay for them, I feel like. I think, though, they'll get better. And I think it's worth investing the time in them to have the unit painted. I just don't think you should put them on the battlefield at the moment. At least when you're edge highlighting a vehicle, it's quite... There's a lot of straight edges. It's quite big, right? So there's that. Yeah, I think they'll be good at some point. Like, in 11th edition. I'm actually surprised they didn't give them new rules with the re-release, because the Assault Terminator rules are really poor. Like I don't even know which chapter you use them in. I mean, maybe use them in that Emperor's Shield detachment. So what, they're good in just one singular detachment? It seems weird, man. They'll wait until their own box set to redo the points and rules for them. They will want to sell the new unit. Yeah, I thought they would want to sell it in the FOMO box, but maybe you're right. Maybe you are right. Oh, it's tired today, man. I had a crazy allergic reaction actually to the antibiotics I got for my mouth. So when did the last stream? I streamed on Wednesday night. Yeah, on Thursday morning I had to go to accident emergency, which is the emergency room basically. Because when I woke up on Thursday morning, my whole body was like covered in hives. I don't know if I've still got them. Maybe a little bit. So I ended up at accident and emergency on Thursday. I had to take Thursday off work. So I had a delayed reaction to the antibiotics that was on for my tooth extraction. And then when I woke up yesterday morning, I got some medication to treat the hives, but then they were back, and then they were back again this morning. So I've really not been having a lot of luck this week, it feels like. I did play the antibiotics can knock you out. Yeah, I feel like I fell asleep the other night. I think it was Thursday night actually. I fell asleep at like 8 o'clock. I usually go to bed at like I want to say half midnight, but realistically, I realistically go to bed at 1. Like I say half midnight, it's more like 1. When will my first Battlefield 6 stream be? I don't know. I mean, I haven't been streaming Battlefield 6, I don't know. I'm probably not good enough to stream it. I've made a couple of clip videos. You know, the game I really want to stream, and I'm totally planning on streaming on the channel, even though it isn't a 40k game, is that new Terminator 2 game. Because I fucking love Terminator 2. I want to say that's like my favourite movie of all time. But they've delayed it like 4 times now, that new Terminator 2 game. So I don't know if it's going to be good. They just keep delaying it. I think it was supposed to be out like now. I think they delayed it to October, then they delayed it to November, and I think now they've delayed it to December, so I don't know if it fills me with confidence that they've had to delay the game like 4 times. Probably not. I mean, you know, maybe we give them the benefit of the doubt and say they delayed it so it would be good for release. You know, a lot of video game developers don't delay stuff, they just put it out and then it's not very good, right? Am I crazy, or does the Assault Intercessor with the Jump Pack kit not have enough Power Fists to fully equip the Death Company with the Jump Pack kit unit? It sounds like a prime opportunity for a new Death Company kit. I think you need the Blood Angels upgrade sprue to get the extra Power Fist, Commodore. I think the Blood Angels upgrade sprue has an Eviscerator and a Power Fist on it that will help you finish that Death Company. But yeah, it's not ideal. It's weird, there's been no Death Company kit for sale on the GW website for like... it's probably a year at this point. If it's not a year, it's damn close to it. It's really strange, actually. Like, there is just no... you go into Games Workshop website and search Death Company, there's nothing... well, there's Lamartez and Astaroth that come up, but there's literally no Death Company models that come up with a kit. It's very strange. I don't know why they're making it so hard for newer players to find Death Company models, because that's essentially what they've done. The upgrade sprue doesn't have a Power Fist? Really? I thought it did. My bad. I really thought it had a Power Fist. God, I thought that upgrade sprue was bad. It's even worse. Blood Angels, Terminators, Hammers or Claws? 50-50. Neither are good right now, dude. And we have no idea what's going to be good, but I would do 50-50. I've got 10 Claws, I've got 10 Hammers. But like I said, I don't think either of them are any good right now. Hello, Paul. Nice to see you. It has an Eviscerator and a Power Sword. Well, then I would say what you need to do is buy some third-party Power Fists. I think it's sort of a sad state of affairs that the weapon options that we need, you've got to buy third-party, but if there's no other option, there's no other option, right? I think Death Company should have their own box, and I do think that they should maybe even revisit some of their weapon options for the next edition, because Death Company are a confusing unit nowadays, you know? Like, a lot of the Primaris units have been simplified so everybody has the same weapon. Death Company are running around with, like, crap, like 4 different weapons in the squad or something. It's like, what's even going on here? Why is this unit so confusing compared to every other unit? And also, when a new player comes and buys that Death Company box, how the hell do they know what models need? Like, it's such a confusing data sheet as well, honestly. Maybe, you know what, maybe that's why they haven't redone the data sheet, because it's so fucking confusing. Do you think Power Fists will be good in 10th edition? You mean 11th? Okay, yeah. Sorry, you confused the crap out of me for a moment. I was like, we're in 10th edition. What do you mean? I imagine Power Fists will have a very similar profile in 11th edition. They're too core a weapon for them to be removed. They're always, like, you know, in a Space Marine character, like, just about any Space Marine character, a chaplain, a captain, anyone that can take a lieutenant, anyone that can take a power fist generally probably should take the power fist. Like a intercessor sergeant. You know, power fists are just, they were all, like, the lore behind them was they were a little bit slower, but they just, like, crushed your opponents. They're probably always going to have somewhat high strength, somewhat high AP. So yeah, I think power fists will be just fine in 11th edition. I can't imagine they wouldn't be. I'm not too sure I'm gonna edge highlight this fucking thing. Just don't really know what that thing even is. Like the thing around the turret. Decisions. Decisions need to be made. Plot twist. They bring back the old initiative rules. I'd like to see them add some more depth. To, like, fight first, fight last nonsense, but what that depth might look like, hard to say, right? Hello, McFatson, good evening. I think it is a little bit weird that, like, your unit has fight first, their unit has fight first. You make the charge, they still fight first, even though you're both fight first units. I mean, I understand the rules why it is, but it does seem like it it used to be if you had double fights first, you would go before the defending player. I guess they removed that for simplicity in a way. But I think there should be a way to, like, counter a fight first unit, like, let you fight before them. I don't know what that is, or what that looks like, but I think there should be some sort of rule or enhancement or some way to be like, but my unit is also awesome. I'm working on Death Company with bolt guns. More complexity. Do you know what? 9th edition didn't take any longer to play than 10th edition, man. I mean, I went to a bunch of tournaments in 9th edition. The length of the games was identical to 10th edition. There wasn't really a massive change there, right? I mean, I know Games Workshop said there was a change. Like, simpler, not simple, that sort of nonsense, but... I mean, tournaments in 9th edition lasted just the same amount of time as they did in 10th. There is a counter for fights first, it's called DACA. Yeah, heavy DACA. All the DACA. Big DACA, small DACA, you name it. DACA, DACA, DACA. I mean, that's one of the reasons that I like to run a lot of DACA in my Blood Angels army, is like, I like to shoot my opponents and weaken them first, then finish them off with melee combat. How about everyone just fights simultaneously, so each unit makes all of its attacks before a model is being removed? I actually kind of like that. I always think it's a little bit silly that, like, you know, like your bonkers super overpowered Death Company unit. Like, I imagine the Death Company, like, they're just ravenous, right? Like, they're frothing at the mouth. They're swinging their chainswords before they even get within 10 meters of the opponent, right? You know, like, they are just bonkers. So, like, when you run your Death Company into fight first unit and they kill, like, let's say half the Death Company before the Death Company fight, I'm like, I don't buy that. I mean, those Death Company were swinging their chainswords over their heads, you know, when they were, like, 10 steps away from the enemy. Like, what do you mean you guys fought before them? How could you possibly fought before them? These guys were fighting before, like, they were ready to go before they even seen you. They're absolutely bonkers, mental. They thought they thought Horus was right in front of them 10 meters ago. How can you fight before them? Would Impact Mortals make even more valuable? Yeah, I mean, Impact Mortals are genuinely very valuable. That's why Jump Intercessors are so good. Let me just check on my kids. I think they probably are both asleep now, but I'll be back in 1 sec. Kids went to sleep, so that's the wind. For any of you newer viewers, yeah, that would be the right term. You guys know that I do like a live stream every, like, we call it Hogmanay here in the UK, which is the night before New Year's, so like December the 31st. Is it called Hogmanay everywhere? Do you guys call it Hogmanay in I assume there's a couple of people from America in the chat tonight. I know Jason was here, he's definitely American. Do you guys call it Hogmanay over there as well, or is that a UK term or a Scottish term? New Year's Eve, yeah. But do you guys call it Hogmanay, or is that just something we call it in the UK or Scotland? You've never heard of that? So it's a Scottish thing or a UK thing. New Year's Eve, right? Like December the 31st. You've never heard of that funny name? Okay, hold on. Dun dun dun. Hogmanay. Oh, it's a Scottish word. There you go. It's a Scots word for the last day of the year and the cinema of the celebration of New Year in the Scottish manner. It is normally followed by further celebrations on the morning of New Year's Day, and in some cases the second, a Scottish bank holiday. Huh, okay. So there's my answer. It's a Scottish word. Yeah, so I found out that my neighbour, like 2 doors down the... Sounds like a word Terry Pratchett made up. Yeah, maybe. Well, apparently it's a Scottish word. Scots have a weird dialect. And I think this is why I'm generally bad at English, is because growing up in Scotland, a lot of people don't use English. They use like Scots. And Scots is like an abbreviated / slang version of English. So we use English, but we abbreviate the crap out of everything. And it actually makes learning English in general very difficult. Because there's a lot of like, words are just missed out of sentences. There's slang words. So I've always been like a bad student at English because I know Scots. So anyway, 2 doors down, like I've got a new neighbour. Yeah, he lives 2 doors away from me, and he plays the bagpipes. So I was gonna see on New Year's Eve for the New Year's stream this year if we could, like, if I can go speak to him. I probably have to pay him, but pay him to do, like, to pipe in the new year. That's what we do in Scotland. We pipe in the new year, which means like 2 minute, like 11:58 p.m. we play like a song on the bagpipes to quote unquote pipe in the new year. So the song sort of starts in the old year, finishes in the new year. So I was thinking about my stream this year for New Year's Eve, or Hogmanay as we like to call it in Scotland. And I was thinking, I need to go and ask that neighbour. I know he's learning the bagpipes because I hear him practicing them. And bagpipes are fucking loud, obviously. And be like, how would you feel about being live to a couple hundred folk on YouTube for New Year? And we'll pipe in the new year. And I'll try and figure out a way to get a camera outside my house that's streaming on my stream. What song you got in mind? Well, it would be like the Clash. If you've never heard the bagpipes, it would be like a classic Scottish bagpipe song. Like, you ever watched Braveheart? I'm trying to think, can I hum the song? It'd probably be like Highland Cathedral, or like, because I think you can only play so much on the bagpipes, because the bagpipes is essentially like a recorder. Like, I don't think it's got too many octaves. I mean, I'm not big on music, but I'm pretty sure you can only play like a couple of octaves on the bagpipe. But I was thinking that would be a cool way to make my New Year's Eve stream pretty unique. I mean, it's already unique in that it's just me getting trashed every New Year. One year, right? Even the Leviathan guy, I had my best night ever on YouTube, right? Like, I think it was James, who's been on the channel before. He gave me like a $200 super chat, and I think someone did like 50 gifted subs or something. It was bonkers. It's like my best night I've ever done on YouTube by a mile, like a country mile. I was so happy about it. I got so drunk that like I woke up in the morning and my wife was so angry because like I was supposed to help get like, you know, food and stuff together for people visiting on New Year. And I was just like, it's just a mess, lying in bed, not able to get out of bed because I felt so ill. And I was like, it was funny because when I woke up, I was like trying to tell my wife, I was like, last night's stream was so amazing, you know, like, got these super chats, and she's like, she just doesn't give a shit. She's like, you were supposed to help me organize the kids, you know, organize the food, organize whatever was happening on the day, and you've done nothing but lie in your bed and feel sorry for yourself. And like, It brought me like I was so happy with the stream, and that just brought me like crashing back to reality like so hard. Like, oh well. She's still my wife though, so I must do something right, you know. That's when we learned about her baking channel. Do you know what? She's kind of given up on the bake. She got like a regular job, so she hasn't been doing any content. YouTube's hard, man. I think, I mean, you know, that's why I'm pretty religious with my, like, I try and put out a video every Friday. Like, there's very few Fridays that I miss, because the YouTube algorithm is, like, so fucking fickle, man. Like, you take a break for a week and the YouTube algorithm kills you, like, so hard. Because I guess it's got other videos that can serve people that are newer or more relevant or whatever, right? But yeah, I'll prep my wife this year. What's up, Captain America? And tell her that I'm going to be... like, I ain't helping on the 1st. Let's be real here. If we're doing a live stream and we're drinking all evening, let's not arrange anything serious on the 1st of January, because, like, I ain't going to be any help. I've got a lovely bottle of coffee liqueur that I'm going to finish off this year. If I miss a Friday, it messes with your whole weekend. Now, I don't miss very often though, right? I mean, I know I did the editing fuck up last week or the week before and I had to delay, but I still got something out on Friday. Yeah, there's a little bit of edge highlighting going on, huh? Just a little drop. How are you, JDI? But yeah, so I'm probably gonna go and speak to my neighbour in the next month or two and see if he'd be willing to pipe in the new year. What I need to do is do a test and see if I can stream video and sound from outside. I might be able to. I think I know how I could do it, so I need to test that first. Yeah, I like the black impulsor. I think it's unique and kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I'm just glad I don't play Black Templars and have to edge highlight everything black, huh? What a drag that must be. But then it must also be a bit of a drag being a Black Templars player. Come on, like, who chooses Black Templars willingly? I only say that because I know if Eternal Crusader's hanging out earlier, he's gonna be like, shut up! The Templars are awesome. I've got 5 heavy intercessors painted. Just paint your Black Templars red. Yeah, the red Templars, they're cooler anyway. No, I've got 5 heavy intercessors painted up because I think you're right. I think heavy intercessors are a cool unit. I've ran them to a tournament before. Hello, Quaydog. Did it all right for me. Actually, I played a game against Tau in that tournament, and Tau have a stupid amount of indirect fire, and heavy intercessors are almost like perfect for indirect fire, because like they're T6, so they don't really care about Tau's like strength 5 smart missiles, I believe they are. and they don't care about the AP1 all that much because they'll be in cover, and then they get +1 to their save because the heavy intercessor is probably standing on an objective. So I think heavy intercessors against indirect fire, pretty much, if it's 1 damage indirect fire, they just save on 2s. And Tau don't wound them very effectively, and Chaos Knights don't wound them very effectively either. So I think matchup dependent, heavy intercessors can actually be really good. We just don't see them all that much, and I guess there's a bunch of matchups where they're not that great, but matchup dependent, they can be good. Hey Phil, tooth's fine now. I think my tooth is pretty much fully healed, but I had an allergic reaction to my antibiotics on Thursday, Phil, so this week has just been a bit of a disaster for me, honestly. So I was at the emergency room on Thursday morning at like 8 AM because I woke up and like my eyes were all swollen and shit. I've still got a bit of like hives, I guess. But I've got medication for it now. It seems like it's sort of on the mend. Give it another day or two. But I mean, I feel fine. Just I've got a lot of hives. But they're sort of like flaring up. They're flaring up and then they're going down and then they're flaring up again. I guess my immune system is just a bit confused as to what the fuck's going on, I guess. So I've been feeling a bit tired. That's probably the one thing. I've been feeling tired, but I mean, I googled it and it said if you have an allergic reaction, a side effect of that is tired because your body's just like, well, it's releasing all these it releases histamines, which is basically what tries to fight the allergic reaction. Let me see if I've still got any. I don't know if I can. Yeah, and you can see here, like it's not too bad now. It was bad, maybe it's worse on this other arm. No, it's you can see a little patch of redness here. So it's like, it's way down, but it'll flare up and it'll flare down. What recipe do I use on my Blood Angels? Mephiston, spray them white, then Mephiston red, then Evil Sun Scarlet. I've actually been starting, so many people ask that question, Vesper. I actually started filming a video to answer that question because I literally get asked it every week. So I'm making a video that shows like my base color setup, or my early base coloring, so that I finally have a video to share about that. It turned into hot tub stream. I mean, I could take my shirt off, Jason. People were very upset that I shared that, or James was very upset that I shared that photo. Good night, dude. Thanks for hanging out, Commodore. You have a great evening. James was upset that I shared the photo of my swollen face on Discord because he was like, it's not safe for work. I was like, it was just my face, man. I could have shared the pictures of my legs and my arms, but I just shared my face. I mean, part of it is maybe... It was like here under my... Like, this was all swollen. I think you can see that my eyelids were all swollen, and my eyes were very yellow as well. My nose looks a bit swollen too, and then, yeah, I mean, you can see you can see it was all hivey. Fun times, man. I've just been having a week, man. You know when you have a week where you're just like, what the fuck is happening this week? It's just what it is. My skin's so white you would think you'd seen a ghost. Hello, Go For It Painting, good evening. Yeah, he was probably just messing with me. But when he said to me, because I took that photo like when I woke up and I was looking in my bathroom mirror, and I was so discombobulated, I was worried when he said the photo's not safe for work, that there was like a reflection in my bathroom mirror that was making that photo not safe. Like I was worried you could see my arse hanging out or something. But no, he was just saying that, like, apparently my shoulders are not safe for work. But yeah, it's just been, you know that episode, what was it, Band of Brothers, where they were like the day of days? It's just been the week of weeks. I mean, not quite on the level of like we need to invade another country, the day of days, but yeah, it's just everything that could have gone wrong this week feels like it probably has gone wrong this week. But no, I'm good. I feel good. I feel like this edge highlighting is such a mess and is going to need so much tidying up, but that's what we live for, isn't it? Tidying up edge highlighting. I was actually going to dry brush these doors, man, because I don't really know how I'm getting in there effectively to paint those doors. So I was going to give them like a very subtle dry brush. Bad things come in threes. So I had my tooth out, then had the infection, and then had the allergic reaction. So yeah, you're right, Daniel. That was 3 things. So what you're saying now is I'm good for, like, how long am I good for? Because I'd like to be good for a little while after this, to be honest with you. But yeah, it was 3 fucking things in a row. It's always the same with like bills as well. You get one unexpected bill, like, I don't know, your car breaks down. And then it's like, oh, but you forgot this bill, and then there's another bill. No, I get you. Bad things happen in threes seems like it could be, seems like you could be onto something there, right? Except Sangry Guard. They come in threes, yeah. They usually die in threes though, that's my experience. About assault terminators. Paul, I answered you, man. You're not paying attention. Make 5 of both. The rules for both of them suck right now. I'm sorry to tell you this, Paul. Assault terminators in general, either way. Assault lightning claws, thunderhammers, they both suck. Right? They're gonna get better. They're gonna get better though. Like, I'm convinced they're gonna get better, because if we go back in edition, aggressors sucked, aggressors got better. Other things have sucked and they've got better. With Infernus Marines, they sucked, they've got better. But right now, assault terminators are not in a good place. They're too expensive. The regular terminators are better than them in almost every way, and the Blade Guard are probably better than the assault terminators just because they're cheaper and they do just as much damage, if not more. That's all right, Paul. I'll let you off. But yeah, I really want terminators to be good. I did a whole video on terminators. Like, if the models, sorry. If the rules for a model suck, I will call out those rules, because, like, I actually hate it. Like, I hate it. Hate's a very strong word, but it is a hate. I hate the fact that they will sell us units that are bad for a long period of time. Because, like, who wants to, like, you know, like, you wouldn't buy a movie, maybe a movie's a bad analogy, but you wouldn't buy a bad movie, right? And just be like, oh, well, maybe one day this movie will be good so I can have it, right? You wouldn't buy a bad video game to be like, oh, well, one day maybe this video game will be good and then I'll play it, you know? And that's, so if models have bad rules, and I genuinely think the Assault Terminator rules are pretty bad. They're probably some of the worst Space Marine rules we can have. I call it out. I'll make a video about it. I'll say it's bad. But I mean, I'm not a GW partner or anything like that. So, like, you know, I don't have the pool, or I don't have the contacts, or I don't, you know, I think the only thing we can do is just wait, I guess, and they'll make them better. Like, at some point they'll be better. The thing is, they just did release a new kit for them, so it's unlikely that they will stay bad, because, like, why would anyone buy them if they are really bad? I'd love them to be good. I've got 20 of them. I'm ready to roll with 20 of them. Do I not recommend Terminators at all? Not at the moment, no. Unless you're going to play the Emperor's Shield Detachment, and then I think they have some legs. But if you're not playing the Emperor's Shield Detachment, they're not great, man. Look, I'll prove it to you. I've got mine right here in a gorgeous display case. Look, they're there. They're waiting to come out. They want to come out. They want to be played with. This was a squad I was running before, where it was 3 Thunderhammers and 2 Lightning Claws. I mean, I've got the Firstborn Sanguinaire in there. Look at the dust. Look at the. You can see. Look how much dust was on top of that. It's not been opened in fucking years. Probably gonna start sneezing. There's so much dust. So yeah, it sucks. But that you know, I've made a video saying that the rules suck. I don't know what else I can do, man. If you genuinely want to play Terminators, I think you've got to look at the Emperor's Shield Detachment. It's probably the only detachment they're viable in, and I've done a whole video on the Emperor's Shield Detachment. It just means you won't be Blood Angels. You'll just be... Well, I think if you want to play that detachment, you're Imperial Fists. But I mean, you can proxy your Blood Angels and Imperial Fists if you love Terminators and you just want to play them right now. They'll come back. 40k really is... It goes round in circles. A unit that's bad right now will be good in the future. A unit that's good right now will be bad in the future. It happens every edition. But at least in the last 10 years that I've been playing, that's literally how it goes. Sometimes your units are good, sometimes they're really bad. Blood Angels Terminators were totally fine in 9th edition. I ran them to tournaments in 9th edition. I went 4-1 with it. Like, I got to the top table with them in 9th edition. They were totally fine in 9th edition. I ran the Bolter version, got to the top table. I ran the Assault version. I'm trying to think how I did with the Assault version. I remember that I definitely got to the top table with the Bolter version. I'm not sure I did quite as well with the Assault Terminators. But I mean, I got to the table. I got the, you know, like I literally got to the tournament final with the Bolter Terminators. So they were totally a viable option last edition. Not many people run them, mind, but they were totally viable. Oh, the Librarian. Do you know what? I haven't looked too heavy at the Librarian stuff, so maybe there's a detachment in there that makes them good. I think the thing that makes them good in the Emperor Shield detachment is that they can have 2 squads of Terminators, and both of them can be -1 to wound. I think if you can make them -1 to wound, they're somewhat interesting. But I think that's what sort of separates them from not being good in Blood Angels. Mind you, in the Emperor's Shield as well, you can get like full rerolls to hit and wound. And then you can get, I think it's +1 to wound as well. So you've got full rerolls to hit and wound and +1 to wound. And maybe you can reroll wounds of 1 or something. Yeah, I was doing 20 Terminators. Like, I had 20 over here that I was trying to get ready, because I did want to play the Emperor's Shield detachment at some point. I just wanted a break tonight, and I've had this Impulsor for ages. So I thought I'd take a little bit of a break, do a little bit of edge highlighting. It's been well overdue on this Impulsor. Cogger says, hello, played World Eaters into Blood Angels, thrashed them. Hello Cogger, good evening. Nice to see you. It would be nice if the shield... Yeah, I mean, the shield makes no... I mean, I guess it gives you an extra wound. I think there's the minus... Because Space Wolf Terminators have that -1 to wound, and they're pretty good, actually. Space Wolves are totally can run Terminators. Apothecary Biologist or Gravis Captain for 6-man Aggressor Squad and a Land Raider. I think if you've got the bolters, the Apothecary might be better, because the lethal hits will affect the bolters. But if you've got Flamers, you're not going to need lethal hits. So then the Captain? I mean, I think it could go either way. But yeah, we've got the Armulus show tomorrow night, and it should be all, like, there's no reason it shouldn't be on. I'm going to try and rest up tomorrow, actually, and try and hopefully... I might work out, but for the most part, try and rest up and get ready for, or you know, just get ready to, I guess, get back to full strength after this week that I've had. Oh, is the biologist... You have to buy him in some silly box set still. I really hate how they do that, man. I mean, I guess the thing is, what you have to do is... See when there's a new edition of Warhammer, it feels like you have no choice. You have to get the new edition box, and if you're a Space Marine player, you need to find a friend that wants the other models and then trade with them. So I've been lucky, like... With the Necron box set a couple of years ago, I had a friend that wanted the Necrons, so I managed to trade, so I had double Space Marines. And with the Space Marine set last edition with the Tyranids, again I had a friend that wanted the Nids, So I managed to trade. So I basically paid for one box, but got double the marine stuff. So I had like 2 Judasars, and 2 biologists, and 2 blade guard apothecaries, and 2 librarians, and Terminator armor. And I think you like really need to try and find someone that you can trade the other half with. So you basically get double, because then that gives you the option to do some conversions. Because if you don't, then you get screwed and you've got to buy like that Heroes of the Chapter box that's super expensive and has half as many models. It makes no sense, right? So like every time there's a new edition of the game, you don't have to, but like I think it benefits you a lot if you're ready to get the new set and you've got a friend that wants the other half, right? It just benefits you so much to have that like you almost can't miss it. I mean, you can miss it, but I think it'll cost you more in the long run if you miss it. Metal Vesper says, my plan is to get a 30-minute jog tomorrow after I wake up from this night shift. Yeah, that's good, man. I used to do cardio religiously. I was building up my cardio, but now I do resistance training, and I think I feel a lot healthier doing the resistance training than I did the cardio, man. I think cardio is a lie. I think people sell you... Oh, I can hear one of my kids up. Oh, sorry. Yeah, with 11th edition coming out, Stuart, you need to find a friend. What? I think the rumor is 11th edition is Space Marine versus Orcs. My friend Brett obviously is an Orc player. He's been on the channel a few times. I should probably message him after this and be like, are you getting the new box set? Do you want the Orc half? Because it's so beneficial to find someone that you can basically... Because what you're going to... You know, like the last box set, what did you get? You got like 5 Terminators, 5 Infernus Marines, a Terminator Captain, a Terminator Librarian. Can't remember what else was in Leviathan. Can't remember. Jeez. Leviathan. 40k box. Oh, you got the Combi Weapon Lieutenant, the Stern Guard, yeah. On the Ballistus Dreadnought, yeah. So by buying that, I got, because I managed to trade, I got 2 Ballistus Dreadnoughts, I got 10 Stern Guard, I got 2 Terminator Captains, I got 20 Infernus Marines, I got 2 Combi Weapon Lieutenants, I got 10 Bolter Terminators, I got 2 Librarian Terminators, and I got the Biologist, I think. Two of them. You know, so it's really good value if you can find someone that wants the other half. Iggy says, it's great to catch you live for the first time. Australian time zones make it tough. Love the channel. Love what you do for the community. Thanks for helping me get back into Warhammer. Iggy, thank you for watching, dude. That's very kind of you to say. Welcome back to Warhammer. God, I think someone else is awake. Hold on. Oh, it's one of these nights. What's happened? Oh. Good night, Volkor. Thanks for hanging out. I wonder if there's a marketplace when you can browse for those trades. Yeah, I mean, maybe eBay. People always buy the new box and put their one... They buy the box, or they buy 2 boxes and put the 2 halves on eBay. Where did I put... No, jeez, where did I put that paint down? Over there. This stream has been you know, I knew, like, I wanted to start streaming at like 8. I didn't get streaming until like 9:15 or something, because it was my daughter's birthday party today. Not her birthday, her party today. I guess they had way too much chocolate cake. I should have known. Too much sugar today. It's a thing when kids get too much sugar. Geo says I'm getting 10 Terminators plus the Chaplain. I quite like the combo of the Chaplain plus a Hammer and Shield Terminators. Yeah, I mean, they just need to improve the weapon skill on those Hammer and Shield Terminators, because weapon skill 4 is kind of crap. I would head to your local gaming store, yes, and find someone that wants the other half, because that's going to be your best bet to get the half for like a good. Well, I mean, if you know, like if you get double the Space Marines half, it becomes a lot more valuable, right? Like it basically becomes half price. Here in the UK, we're lucky as well. Sometimes the new edition box sets, you can get them for like, you can get them from the third-party retailers, and they're a bit cheaper as well, I feel like. Yeah, I've been using double impulsor now for like probably this entire calendar year. So at the start of the year I was playing Liberator Assault Group, and I was using double impulsor then, one with Blade Guard, one with Company Heroes, and now that I'm using Angelic Inheritors, I'm still using double impulsor. So the reason I decided to just put some paint on this impulsor tonight was like, I've been using this for damn close to a year now. Probably a year, because I probably practiced a little bit before that tournament I had last January where I was using double impulsor. So I was like, if this impulsor has been in my list for like a year, it deserves to get a little bit more paint on it, right? Sadly, there was no undefeated Blood Angels today. Yeah, Blood Angels are a lowish win rate army at the moment, Brian. Like, we're sub 50%, I think. Maybe Inheritors is 50%, but like most people are sticking, like, if you look at the tournament results, most people play lag over Inheritors. Inheritors is a slightly better win rate, but neither are massive, right? It's somewhat of a tough army, or I don't want to say it's in a super tough spot, but yeah, it's just we've not had a high win rate for, I feel like maybe like a couple of months now. I did see a stack of Crux boxes in Element Games in London today. Really? Because they were not on stock online for Element Games. Because people said to me, they were like, they're not in stock on Element Games website, unless they maybe didn't know how many they were going to get. because I usually get a handle on like how many are ordered from Element Games, because I've obviously got my Element Games affiliate link, but like barely anybody bought it from Element Games, honestly. Like I like zero. Like there was no sales. What do you put in the Impulsor and Inheritors? I've tried it with Bladeguard, I didn't like it. I've tried it with Company Heroes, didn't like it. So now I do Hellblasters. I quite like the Hellblasters in the Impulsor. I was actually thinking of changing my list and putting a Tech Marine in. Might keep an Impulsor alive. Yeah, that's confusing, because like I said, on the website they must have not like listed any for sale on the website, because I don't think I made a single affiliate sale from the Crux Terminatus. And I mean, I posted about it, and usually if I post about something I make a sale or two, right? Like, I mean, I maybe got like 10 of those Audible sign-ups. But no, I didn't see any, which is a pity, because Crux Terminatus being like a £150 box, I get like 5% from Element, or maybe it's 4%, I can't remember, but it would have been like $10 a box, surely £150 a box. So even if it sold like 5 copies from the referral links, that would have been like $50. But no, I didn't see any. So they just flat out weren't for sale on Element's website, pretty much. No, I don't do all my vehicles black. I typically, if I'm doing the same vehicle multiple times, that's maybe when I go to the black idea. Let me show you what, like, I've got this box over here. I was going to say, another box that's covered in dust. I don't know how well you can see the dust on the camera here, but there is dust. Let's see. Yeah, can you see the dust on the top of this box? Another box that's dusty as crap. What's inside it? Redemptor Dreadnoughts. Redemptor Dreadnought number 1 is Blood Angels through and through. Redemptor Dreadnought number 2 is also Blood Angels. Redemptor Dreadnought number 3 is Death Company colours. And yeah, the Death Company one probably looks fucking awesome, but like, my god, did that take a while. But I mean, I'd already done 2 Redemptors in red. I don't typically like doing, I generally just don't like doing the same model again, I guess. I mean, I've got Ballistuses here. One's going to be black. Oh, there's a Brutalis. But yeah, I mean, I suppose I should probably get some edge highlighting on that Ballista shooter. That just shows how little my Redemptors are painted or how little the Redemptors have been used this edition, because the box they're in is just covered in dust. Like, I just haven't been in that box because Redemptor Dreadnoughts have been kind of dog shit this last year or so, or longer. It's gorgeous. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. It's a fun scheme. I don't use grey for the, well, I do use grey for the highlight, but I use this blue grey. It's a Space Wolf grey, Fenrisian grey. Some people do like, I think some people use like Eshin grey maybe for the edge highlight, but I like the Space Wolf grey. I don't know where I came up with that, but that's what I use on all my Death Company edge highlighting. Running Dante with 10-man jump intercessors. I like it now since Sangre Guard don't need +1 to hit anymore. That's very true. Sangre Guard do not need +1 to hit anymore. Alright, we've been live for just over 2 hours. I know it's been a bit of a broken stream. I'm sorry about that. My kids this evening. So I'm going to be probably here for 5 more minutes. And then I'll be jumping off. So if you've got a question that needs an answer, now's the time. If not, we'll see you tomorrow night at 8 for the Army List show. So we always do that on a Sunday night about 8 PM. Dawnstone, yeah, I think some people use Dawnstone as well. I like the blue. I think the Fenrisian grey blue gives a nice contrast to the black, maybe more than the regular grey, or maybe it's just me. You know, but no, I like it.
I have awoken.
Hey, thank you so much, Jim, for subscribing. I appreciate it. Trying to get to 25,000 subscribers. You know, one day at a time, so to speak. So I certainly do appreciate it. Got a long ways to go. Fenrisian edge highlighting is from the GW app. I probably copied it from the GW app many years ago when they were doing, or maybe I probably copied it a few editions back. Yeah, I don't feel I was a very good father this evening, but man, when you're lying there for like an hour knowing that you want to get on and do something for yourself, you know, you spent the whole day looking after the kids, doing things for the kids, having birthday party, making cakes. It's just like, I just want to do my painting. I've been doing shit for you kids all day. Like, I didn't do well as a father tonight. It's hard though, being a parent, you know that. How many men can fire out the impulsor? I think it's firing deck 6, which is very strange because it takes 7 people. But they updated it so you could put 7 inside it, but only 6 can shoot. Do you know what I didn't realise until this week, which I probably should have realised before, was if your apothecary dies at the same time as your hellblasters die, he can shoot on death. Because the Hellblaster's rule is like, it doesn't say you have to have a Hellblaster gun. It just says you can shoot on death on a 3-up if a unit in this model dies. So if the Apothecary dies in the same phase as the Hellblasters die, then he can shoot on death. I think it's an oversight that they made it that... I think it's going to be an oversight that they made it that one person can't shoot. I suppose it's not a big deal, it just means one less bolt pistol or something, right? Dracula, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching, dude. Thanks for being a member for so many months. I can't even imagine how many months it is. I appreciate it. Ken says, I like how the impulsors basically build your own light tank, which is very fitting for Space Marines. Yeah, I feel like I like the impulsor a lot. I just kind of wish that the Gladiator versions were a little bit more versatile. I think they could have done a better job with the rules for the Gladiators. Excuse me. I do like how you can also buy the Gladiator kits and make impulsors, right? Like, you know, they're just the same kit with a little bit extra on top. That's pretty cool. Because, like, sometimes you just, you know, sometimes you just want impulsors, sometimes you do want Gladiators, and it's a nice way to save some money. One thing about people from Scotland, we do love a good bargain, so I love saving some good money. Trevor, thanks for hanging out tonight. I appreciate it. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys tomorrow night for the Army List show. 8 PM. We always go over Army lists. If you haven't ever submitted a list to the show, you can simply do it by you know, putting your Army list in the comments of one of my YouTube videos. It's as simple as that. And ask for it to be on the show and we'll get you on there. I appreciate that, Metal. Thanks for hanging out. If you guys get 2 seconds before you bounce out, if you can click the like button, I would super appreciate it. If not, no worries. You don't have to like the stream. You can press dislike if you want. Like, I watched that stream and I disliked it. You have to have a bit of a sadistic mind to click that, don't you? Alright, next stream we'll be tidying up all that crap edge highlighting that I did. Because there's a hell of a lot of mistakes on there. So that'll take the entire stream to clean up my mess. Guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys all have a lovely evening. I'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.